All right, what's going on? This is Hank with Hank's Alternative Radio. We are going to be talking about about 10 albums and half our CDs and half our vinyl. So just trying to keep the rock and roll thing going on. We have a station, Hank's Alternative Radio, and that's hanksradio.com. And but anyways, we're going to get into some albums that are out. They're not the newest albums, but they're ones maybe you've heard of or haven't heard of. And we're trying to promote a bunch of small indie labels, OTTO Records, Rumbar Records, Spaghetty Town Records, Beluga Records, a bunch of those. So hopefully we'll be getting music. Well, we're already getting music because we're playing a ton of it on Hank's Alternative Radio. So if you like power pop, punk, glam, rock and roll, Americana, I kind of call it a rock and roll Americana stuff, get over to hanksradio.com and check it all out. But so we're going to talk about some albums here, and this one that just came out on OTTO Records, it's called It's a Rock and Roll Summer Sampler. It's got 28 tracks from 7, 8 different bands, and check out the artwork on the cover. Super cool. See if you can get that right there. Boom. And here's the back of it with all the tracks, 28 tracks. Let me just let you know the bands that are on this album. OTTO Records is out of Texas. And let's see, the first band is the Walk-Offs, and then it's the 61 Ghost out of Boston, Genzali's out of Houston, Texas, Differentials out of Austin, Texas, Basement Noise out of New Jersey, then it's the Guillotines out of Houston, Nuclear Auras, they're a surf rock band out of San Antonio, 3-piece, great stuff from them. Then it's the Thigh Scrapers, they're out of Boston. The Glycerines from down under out in Brisbane, Australia. Then you got 145, another Boston band. Filthy Filthy from England. Joe Mazzari Band, which is a great album. Got 2 tracks from, got Miles Away and Wild Kingdom from Joe Mazzari. Idle Lips, they're a punk band out of Italy, and actually not sure they're still going, but I think Anthony, lead singer, may have a new band coming out. Muscle Car don't play live too much anymore, but they're from San Antonio. And then Tommy Gunn and the Endangered Species out of New York. So go to OTTO Records Bandcamp, and you can get the digital album there, or probably contact them and you can get a CD sent out to you. So anyways, the artwork or the cover was done by Andreas Dugara, if I said it right. Probably didn't. OTTO Records, you can check them out on Bandcamp, you can check them out on their Facebook page, and you can check them out, and we're playing them on Hank's Alternative Radio. So that's OTTO Records, that's their summer sampler. Check it out. And love letting you guys know about all these indie bands, because, man, there's so much great rock and roll out there, and you just got to look for it and find it. Bandcamp is one of the best sites for all that. Just to let you know, the Walk-Offs, their first CD is right here. This is Ready to Roll, and it actually has 11 tracks, and they're out of San Antonio, but they also got a new one coming out sometime this fall, so be looking for them on OTTO Records. Kind of replacements, bash and pop, that kind of stuff, and anyway, so yeah. Great. Oh man, my camera just shifted. So, sorry for the movement there. Let me see if I can bump it here. There we we go. I don't know if that's any better, but sorry about that for the first video. Might be. This is good. Okay. All right. Well, we're back at it right there. Sorry about that. Probably gave you a headache on that. Anyways, all right, cool. Anyone remember the band Cowboy Mouth from Louisiana? This is one of their drumsticks. I don't know if you can see that. Cowboy Mouth. I got this drumstick at the Satellite Lounge back in the early 90s when I used to go watch them play quite a bit. The Satellite Lounge is right next to the old Rockefeller, one of the big local joints in Houston. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, Satellite Lounge is down in the Heights in Houston, Texas. I used to go watch Cowboy Mouth right there, and the lead singer was the drummer, so he used to bring the drums right up to the front, and man, they used to chunk drumsticks out. So I think I grabbed one without getting smashed up too. Oh, actually on my drumstick, the Satellite Lounge 1994. That's when I got it. It's all beat to hell by the drummer. But anyways, okay. So that was the OTTO Records album, and then I talked about the walk-offs. So look for them. And so a bunch of other bands from OTTO Records, I think, are coming out with some new stuff. Genzali's differentials. 61's always got stuff. Joe Mazzari, who played CBGB's back in the day, check him out. All right, so the next album which is a CD by Roger C. Real and Rue Morgue. It's a garage rock album, and to be honest, I don't know a ton about these guys, but man, the art is really cool. Check out the art again. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Here's the back of it. It's got, I don't know how many tracks it's got. It looks like it's got 24. Yeah, it's 24 tracks. So we're playing some of it on Hank's. And let's see if I can pull out the CD. I'm not really giving you a straight up review. All pretty much it's garage rock, alternative rock, more garage rock, I guess. And you can put it in whatever genre you want. I hate pinning people or pinning bands to genres, but let's see. These tracks were recorded back in 1978. Roger C. Real, the lead vocals. Hilly Michaels, G.E. Smith on guitar, Jimmy McAllister, piano on Dear Dad, Michael Cottabini. That's first 12 tracks, and the 13 for 24, Reptiles in Motion, recorded 1979, previously unreleased. Roger C. Real, Hilly Michaels, Jimmy McAllister, and Mick Ronson on guitar. So, anyways, pretty cool. They got a really cool group of musicians on here, and so I would say look for this one right here if you like the garage rock stuff. Boom, Roger C. Real and Rue Morgan, and it's basically a collection of 24 tracks. So check that out. That's the CD. I don't know if it's out on vinyl or not. Then okay, let's move over to Rumbar Records. And let's go, since I have it in my hand, the Idolizers. So Rumbar Records, you can check them out on Bandcamp. They got a ton of great bands out of Boston. And here's the Idolizers, straight up rock and roll. It is, how many tracks on this one? There's 4 tracks. The tracks are Stranded Again, Golden Days, Exile on Pain Street. How do you like that label? Or how do you like that title? And She's a Killer. So there's the guys right there. You can see them. So Rumbar Records. Check out their webs or the Bandcamp page and their Facebook page. They're probably on Instagram and Twitter and all that. But they got a lot of good bands on that label. Lou is a cool dude. He's always sending me music, and so shout out to Lou at Rumbar Records and the Idolizers right there. All right, so another one off Rumbar Records is this CD album by Jerry Lane, which I like a lot. Never heard of him until Lou sent me the CD, or until it came out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 tracks. It's basically an EP here. Kiss My Tattoo, Run Away with You, Feel Like Dying, All I Can Do, and Fish. So we're playing a bunch of these on, most of these on Hank's Alternative Radio, which is hanksradio.com. So it's Jerry Lane, Chris Doucette on bass, Chris Erickson playing lead guitar, Danny Coughlin, Lance Hewitt, Randall Gibson, Scott Seaver, Charlie Chesterman. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but those are all the players right there. And so looks like it was engineered by a guy named Tom Hamilton. And I'm not sure where this was done at, but those are the players. And so if you like the Replacements, if you like Bash and Pop, if you like the Walk-Offs, if you like that kind of stuff, you're gonna like this Jerry Lane. You can find it on Bandcamp, on Auto, or not on Auto Records, but on Rumbar Records on their Bandcamp. Or I'm sure Jerry Lane's got his own page. I'm sure he's probably got Facebook and all that stuff. So anyways, that's another one right there, really good one. So that's the CDs that I wanted to talk about. And here's a vinyl that was sent to me by Tiger Tank. That's there it is right there. We've been playing B-List Singer. We've been playing Rock and Roll Exiles. We've been playing Who Killed Brian Jones, which is a cool title. Anyways, Tiger Tank's out of LA area, out there in California. And great album. It's on Burger. This one came out on Burger Records. So here's the back of it, if you want to see. Kind of cool. And there's the front again. So that's Tiger Tank. So definitely check them out on Bandcamp. And yeah, get out there, man. Buy some indie music. That's how they make their music or make their money. And man, all these bands are hurting right now because of COVID. So here's another Auto Records band called the Differentials. They're out of Austin, Texas. This is the vinyl. Straight up rock and roll from these guys. Great guitar, great lyrics and vocals from Matt. But anyways, here's the back of it. Pretty cool. And they got some new stuff coming out too. But you can find this at Bandcamp, and you can find it on Auto Records. How many tracks are on here? If you remember Sleepy Vampire, they do that one. There's 10 tracks on here. On the Auto Records Rock and Roll Summer Sampler, they had Drive On and Long Way Down. Those are the 2 tracks on there. So check out the Differentials. Now here's an album from, it's another compilation that came out, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. It's called Down South Spaghetti Accident by Spaghetti Town Records. This is the vinyl cover, pretty cool. On the back of it is a pinball machine, digging that. And here's the bands, Rambler, Dirty Fences, BBQT, Sick Bags, Pine and Tolliver, Fixed Faces, Mama. This is kind of more rock and roll punk stuff. And from Spaghetti Town Records, check them out. They got Bandcamp, they got Facebook. Trouble Boys, Dinos Boys, Ravagers, Criminal Kids, The Uppers, Bad Sons, and Cheap Tissue. So we're playing a bunch of this on Hank's Alternative Radio, and pretty much everything we're talking about we're playing on Hank's. It's basically internet radio. Just check it out, hanksradio.com. And so yeah, so that's Down South Spaghetti Town Records right there, compilation. Check that out. I think you'll like that if you like rock and roll, a little bit on the punk side. These guys, man, I love these guys. Pat Todd and the Rank Outsiders from California. This album is The Past Came Calling. Man, they put on great shows. They came and played with Genzales and the Walk-Offs, I think, in Houston, and played at the Continental Club in Houston. This is a pretty cool picture of them in the back. But yeah, this is a great album, man. It has 14 tracks. You can get it Bandcamp, or you can get the vinyl. Man, I'm saying go get the vinyl, man. These guys are great musicians. Pat's super cool dude, and so if you like rock and roll, get some Pat Todd and the Rank Outsiders. And then I'm just going to mention, before we get off here, I'm just going to mention part of the Genzales were part of a band called Modfag, M-O-D-F-A-G, and they had an album called Lovers Beware, straight up punk. Right here, here's the album. If you are interested in this, listen to the Genzales. It's same lead, Jimmy, the same lead singer. And if you like the Genzales, you're gonna love this. This has let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks on it, and this is a great album right here, straight up punk rock and roll for you. And that's Modfag. It's not on OTTO Records, but we promote it because Jimmy and all them guys with Genzales are awesome. So anyways, this would be one. If you're interested in this, contact Hank's Alternative@gmail.com. And so what we're going to do on this channel, I think, is we're just going to go over some albums and CDs and albums that come out, or just digital releases or whatever, from indie to the Pistols to the Ramones, the Clash to you know, this is probably one of my favorite albums all time right here, the Clash. Boom, vinyl on that one. Always have loved this album. Anyways, so we're gonna do indie. And so if you want to check out the channel, man, hit subscribe and share it. And if you're into band, or you're into punk, if you're into garage rock, you're into rock and roll, send us a CD or an album, or email us, and we'll check it out, and maybe we will talk about it on this channel right here, because that's all we're going to do, is we're going to mention and talk about. This isn't going to be a huge deep review of albums, but it's just going to be a mention and talk about new stuff, or stuff that's come out that maybe you don't know of. And we're going to talk about indie labels, kind of like OTTO's and Rum Bar, Beluga, and all them, Spaghetty Town, and other labels that are out there putting out some great music. So anyways, all right, well, that's going to be it. So subscribe to Hank's Alternative Radio. And I'm going to try and make more of these. This is the first one, so if you like it, hit subscribe, and we will keep it moving right along. Again, sorry for the phone falling. Damn thing fell on the first video. So hopefully it didn't hurt your ears too bad. Anyways, have a great day. It's October 27th. Stay safe. Have a good one.